And here we go, the FIA Formula One World Championship returns to the Hungarian Grand Prix. It is race day Sunday here this week, and we are racing in Hungary, Budapest, this week. And it's probably one of the most excitable circuits to head to. It's 70 laps, and the track lap record goes to Lewis Hamilton's 113.4 with the distance of, well, around about elevation of about 14.3 meters around this circuit. We are using the hard compound tyres, the medium compound tyres, and the soft compound tyres here this weekend. The hard, the medium, and the soft compound tyres. Of course, we have the intermediate and the wet weather tyres available. They might be used within this race, as the clouds looking a little bit hefty. Hello and welcome to Soccer Callan. Can I have mod back? That's questionable. Maybe. I'll think about it. The starting grid here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. It looks like this. It is Yuki Tsunoda line up in P20 with Alex Albon up in down in P19. Wasn't very happy with his qualifying result in the press conference. Nico Hülkenberg in P18 with Esteban Ocon in P17. Pierre Gasly and Kimi Antonelli, who was very frustrated with his qualifying performance, knowing that Merc has a lot more power in it. Franco Colapinto in P14 over Carlos Sainz in P13. Along with Lewis Hamilton, who was very, very extremely disappointed with his, and Ollie Behrman, knowing that car has a little bit more in it. The two V's cash ups are B, Isaac Hadjar and Liam Lawson in P10 and P9. Along with Max Verstappen, the world champion of last season, with Gabriel Bortoleto in P7, his best qualifying position all season. Lance Stroll in P6, with Fernando Alonso P5, that's his best qualifying spot as well, along with Lance Stroll. George Russell in P4, Lando Norris in P3, along with our two pole sitters here, Oscar Piastri versus Charles Leclerc off the front row of the grid. Leclerc obviously very shocked as to how he got pole for this Grand Prix. We have a race and a half on our hands here this afternoon, and it's 2 hours of all but action here this afternoon. David Croft and Martin Brundle up in the commentary box, the Sky Sports commentary box, bringing you all the action if needed. If they're needed, they will be bringing you all the action. Fernando Alonso starting P5 on this grid. Lando Norris, this is going to be a bit of a tough race for Lando. Not his worst qualifying position, but he probably would have wanted more. The McLaren's definitely shocked with the pace, saying that the wind affected the car yesterday. McLaren's, of course, they work well in hotter conditions. Of course, track temperatures yesterday, we saw skyrocket to nearly 53 degrees in qualifying. It was a scorcher in Hungary. So the Mercs, they struggled, which was one of their problems, and they tend to perform better in cooler conditions. If the track temperature and the ambient temperature is cooler, we could be seeing some good racing here this afternoon. 70 laps around this circuit, 34 meters in elevation. There's actually not that much elevation change around here, around this circuit, which makes it just that little bit better. Well, it makes it that 10 times better. Around about 10 times better. No elevation change. We are in for a race and a half here. I'm fully set up. I'm going to be waiting for Elizabeth and that to be joining as the tag Choreo clock ticks to 3 o'clock, and we are about to set off on the formation lap, and that's exactly what we do. So the formation lap is now underway. Thank you for the 2 likes on the stream, but the formation lap is now underway. I'm going to grab my track map book that I coincidentally forgot to set up. Coincidentally, yes, very much coincidentally. Max Verstappen, this is his 200th Grand Prix start coming into today. So a very, very interesting race this is going to be, indeed. Max Verstappen, his 200th Grand Prix start for Red Bull. What's interesting about this race is that people deciding to go on to that soft compound tyre. Those people are Carlos Sainz, Nico Hülkenberg, and Alex Albon in this one. Now, it's the chance of a 2-stop in this one. You either go medium hard, or you go just medium hard. If you're going on that alternate strategy, which is the soft compound tyres, it would be soft hard or soft hard for that alternate strategy. If you were of course looking for one in this race. We definitely will have a race and a half on our hands here this afternoon. My speaker is fully charged. Hopefully it lasts the 2 hours of this race. This is the 40th Formula 1 Grand Prix here at the Hungarian. So yeah, this race is going to bring some action indeed as the cars run through turn 14, and the weekend attendance this weekend, nearly 300,000 people have lined the streets of the Hungarian to watch the FIA Formula 1 World Championship race here. Heading into this round, it's 16 points separating Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Also in the championship and behind is Max Verstappen. He's slowly falling out. George Russell in P4. He has a good chance this weekend. Max Verstappen starting P8, a big name, further back down the grid. We ride on board with Max Verstappen as he runs through turn 12. As he runs through turn 12, yes. Turn 13 now. He's P8. This is going to be a tough race for him. We now look at Yuki Tsunoda, who has just decided to pull into the pit lane. So that car deciding to start from the pit lane in this race. I'm not expecting the soft compound tyres to last long, but we will see what happens. The green flag is waved at the back of the grids. We're about to get 5 red lights. The FIA Formula 1 World Championship returns to the Hungarian. We have 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go, and it's a good start from Charles Leclerc, who gets off line quite nicely. Oscar Piastri didn't get the jump he wanted as Lando Norris now sits it behind him. They run down into turn number 1. George Russell there on the outside. Lando Norris looking to Oscar Piastri's inside. George Russell around the outside, not able to pull the move off, but I think Oscar Piastri drops back down into P5 as he runs side by side now with Fernando Alonso as they run into turn number 3. Fernando Alonso, really good start as he now looks around the outside and actually gets the move done on Oscar Piastri. He's dropped back to 5th position. Not a good start from the Papaya McLaren. But Charles Leclerc leads this race on lap 1 of 70. Leclerc leads over Lando Norris. Then Fernando Alonso. Then Oscar Piastri. Then the kick Sauber in behind of, I think, is Nico Gabriel Bortoletto, who's got a beautiful start up 2 spots. Lap 1 of 70. Still plenty to go in this race. Leclerc leads over Lando Norris in P2. 70 laps to go. And what an epic start there from Charles Leclerc to get off the line the way he did. And it was all about who was going to lead down into turn number 1 would take the lead unless someone went for a more aggressive dive. As one of the RB cars looking up the insides of one of the Williams cars. That is Alex Albon. Trying to look around the outside of Isaac Hadjar. Of course, both RB cars qualified inside that top 10. So, sorry, it is Oscar Piastri who is second. Norris drops back down to 5th. So, recorrection there. Piastri in second in this race. So, an alright start there from Piastri. Up into second. But now it's the battle between the top 3 here. In this one. As we tick to race lap 2 of this race. Still 68 laps to run as Carlos Sainz on those soft compound tyres, trying to get a move done on Isaac Hadjar as DRS enables here, heading on to lap number 2. Are we expecting any rain? I'm definitely not expecting rain. Not at this point in the race anyway. As up the insides goes Max Verstappen. Move done on Liam Lawson, getting the move done. He moves up to P8. The Red Bull Racing driver of Max Verstappen getting that move done. And now he will chase after Lance Stroll, who's in P7. Good start from Gabriel Bortoleto. If Kick Sauber can play their strategy right, like they did with Hulkenberg, I reckon Kick Sauber will be good for some pretty good points here today. Hulkenberg on those soft compound tyres. How long can he reach those? Lewis Hamilton, a big name outside the top 10. He's in P14, running long on those hard compound tyres. I'm expecting about 35, 40 laps out of those hards. As we're seeing a move for Lando Norris. Side by side with Fernando Alonso. That car bottoming out just slightly as they run down the back straight. But that Papaya McLaren gets the move done on Fernando Alonso. And Bortoleto might be a car to second guess that thought and try and grab Alonso as well. It will not be easy though, as that Kick Sauber definitely has a little bit less pace than what the Aston Martin does. The margin, 1.1 seconds from Leclerc to Piastri. That margin has increased quite rapidly within the last 3 laps. Leclerc pushing quite hard, showing that maybe that Ferrari has a bit more pace than what the Papaya McLarens are expecting. Battle between P5 and P6 here. This is Fernando Alonso and Gabriel Bortoleto. Up the inside goes Max Verstappen on Lance Stroll. Move done at the chicane. That is turn 6. He got that move done. He set it up at 5. Got the move done at 6. Yeah, well, he got up the inside at 6 and got the move done at 7 through the chicane there. So a really good start. Yuki Tsunoda, meanwhile, his teammate, on the other hand, down in position 20, not getting the best start off the line. Max Verstappen making moves in the early parts of this race. While he has the chance, before the field starts to spread out and this race starts to revolve just a little bit more. We have 66 laps to go in this one, and Leclerc starts lap 4. He actually has the fastest lap of the race here. He's done a 1:22.2. Those lap times will continue to drop throughout this race. So expect that to drop as this race goes on. Leclerc, though, leads this race by 1.7 seconds to the Papaya McLaren. Does Piastri have a plan here? Leclerc's now just done a 22.4 on that next lap, as Max Verstappen trying to look for a move here on Gabriel Bortoleto as he runs up through into turn 3. Can he get the move done? Sorry, turn 4. Can he get the move done here at 5? No, he's just a bit too far back, is Max Verstappen. Can he get the move done up here at 6 through the chicane, 6 and 7? Using a bit of that curb, both on the right and left-hand side, Verstappen.
Push up, Max. Let's get through these ASAP.
Max being told to get through these ASAP in this one as soon as possible. Leclerc, 2.3 seconds to the gap of Piastri. Lewis Hamilton is closing to Antonelli. Doesn't seem as if those hards are turning on as quick as what the mediums or the softs are. That is to be expected. Bortoleto incident moving before signal noted. So what that means is moving before the lights went out. So in US terms, that is moving before the lights go out. So they might be a bit of strife down there at Kick Sauber if the FIA deem that as moving before the lights go out. Another fastest lap this time around from Leclerc, 22.7. So Piastri in that Papaya McLaren saving those medium tyres, whilst the Scuderia Ferrari of Leclerc really pushing a bit harder in the first 20-30 laps of this race. Let's take a look at the replay of this race start. It was an even launch from both the two Papaya McLarens, but then it was just a matter of Piastri blocking to the, well, more or less moving on the left-hand side, and it was actually a pretty good start in the end. So it was, yeah, then it was nice. It was just getting bombarded after turn 1 by the Aston Martin. He tried to hang it around the outside there, but it's really dirty on the outside of turn 3. Seeing Max Verstappen hanging around also on the outside. George Russell getting it really sideways on the exit of 3. Fernando Alonso, this is his point of view, and you'll see him go side by side on the exit of turn 1 with Lando Norris himself. Look at the start from George Russell. He pounded up the inside, but quickly lost momentum as he tried to go around the outside of Oscar Piastri. You can see here Fernando Alonso and Norris side by side as they run through turn 3. And the confidence nearly built for George Russell to nearly go up the inside of the other Papaya McLaren of Nice. This is Hulkenberg, who's now just been noted for moving before signal. So moving before lights out. So both kick Saubers are in a bit of strife here. As Alex Albon started P19, he's up to P16. So that Williams does have good pace early on those soft compound tyres. Don't expect that to stay that way. Those softs will drop off within the next 10 or so laps. But it was an alright start. That's milliseconds. So moving before signal, which is moving before the lights go out. So, so the FIA obviously noted that as they've seen that, unlike the TV cameras would. So that's millimeters he's moved, obviously, for both Hulkenberg and Bortoleto. So that's millimeters. There's Max Verstappen chases down Gabriel Bortoleto here on lap 6, Hadjar.
Bortoleto, mate, my head is... I took all the gravel. The gravel, man.
So Hadjar obviously having an adventure onto the gravel. Don't know if that was through the race start or if that was just a matter of just running wides, obviously on the exit of turn 10. So I'm not sure what actually happened there for Isaac Hadjar, but he's got gravel all over his hand, which is not a good sign. Hulkenberg has already been in the pit lane early. I'm guessing that was for either wing damage. But yeah, not a bad start from Leclerc. That jump was quite good. Now it's going to be about the strategy. So Hulkenberg boxed early, and onto a brand new set of mediums goes Nico Hulkenberg, as Lando Norris will be chasing down that Mercedes. Mercedes looking quite quick. I'm not sure of the track temperature here, but he's chasing Norris. Seems like those two Papaya McLarens are just saving their tyres here. And they tend to do that quite well, both the McLarens. Or is this just genuinely the Merc's pace and the Ferrari's pace combining together here? Is that their genuine pace through this race? I probably wouldn't believe that if you said to me that that was their true pace of the Scuderia Ferrari and the Merc. I would not believe that for 1 second. As Oscar Piastri now starts to show his pace. He's done a 22.0, so 2 tenths faster than what Leclerc has done. So fastest lap of the race goes to Oscar Piastri now on lap 8. So no further investigation goes the way of Bortoleto. So one of the kick salvers are safe. But it's now just a matter of if the other kick salver is safe. And you can see there Hulkenberg is under investigation for moving before the lights going out. The margin just creeping nearly to 3 seconds between Leclerc and Piastri. Hulkenberg has just set the fastest lap of the race. So a 21.9. Obviously sitting in behind the DRS is obvious. No, not behind the DRS. He's got fresh rubber on. So that's why he would be setting those fast times there. He's done a 21.9 on that lap. So very quick there from Nico. As 3.1 seconds to the margin. Piastri.
Because some competitors are talking about a one-stop. Do you think one stop may be possible?
I mean, I thought it's still okay for now. It's difficult to know with this many laps to go.
It indeed is. I mean, there's one too many laps to go to say that there would be a one-stop on the cards. I mean, the strategy's there to do a one-stop. It's a matter of whether or not you get to. Now, Hulkenberg has played a strategy quite well here. He's gone onto those new mediums. He's nearly a second faster than what Fernando Alonso is. So, when it comes to the undercut, Hulkenberg will be in a really good position within this race to take positions off people. So, when it comes to that, he'll be in a really good position to take positions off people. Very much. Margin 2.8 seconds as we take a little replay of Isaac Hadjar. This would be the gravel situation that he had. And yeah, so that's the gravel being kicked up from the car in front. That is the car of Oliver Behrman. And now he's got gravel all over his hands. So that is not good. If anything, that is not a good sight to see. To get that much gravel all over your hands and would affect the grip of how you hold the steering wheel as well. So 5-second time penalty for Nico Hulkenberg. False start before moving signal. So real problem there for Hulkenberg. One of the Kick-Saubers are currently not looking in the best position. So Hulkenberg, 5-second time penalty moving before the lights go out. 21.5 that time around for Lando Norris. He's picked up the pace and he's closed the margin. Inside 1 second goes Lando Norris. The margin 0.6 of a second. So the Prix McLaren there picking up his pace of Lando Norris. But, I mean, the strategy's there. The strategy is very much there. You can see there those times showing Norris about a tenth faster a lap than George Russell, heading on to lap 10. And he's gapped Alonso by nearly 10 seconds in 10 laps. So that's a second a lap for Lando Norris as he runs through turn 9 into turn 10. Sitting up on the apex curb there. Sorry, that's turn 9, then turn 10 on exit. But Leclerc, that Ferrari, looking very, very quick in the opening stages of this race. The thing is that Ferrari has to hold its pace. If it can't hold its pace, it's going to be in a bit of strife. Strife indeed. If it can't hold the pace. Leclerc over the radio.
What's going on with these cuts?
Leclerc over the radio saying what's going on with these cuts. Is that corner cutting or is that tyre related? I'm not completely sure with that one as we run on board with Lando Norris. He will run through turn number 3 on the exit, getting the power down. Try and close up here to the back of George Russell. You can see there the G-forces that are applied. Nice over the radio.
We need to get past Russell.
Because the big point.
So nice over the radio there saying we need to get past Russell, and that would be an ASAP. So getting past Russell ASAP would be quite important for the Prix McLaren's race in terms of then catching Piastri. What's good, Elizabeth? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good morning. Yeah, I've had a good day, more or less. Welcome to the stream though, Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. I was about 45 minutes late to starting stream, so you know, buses and all that sort of stuff being late. You can't help it. Can't help it, you know. You missed the start. We're 12 laps in out of 70 laps, so you really haven't missed much. You really haven't missed much at this point. Yeah, just after breakfast and coffee. Ah, that's amazing. Coffee, breakfast, and well, if you missed this stream, there was the Frecker race that I was going to do. There was a Frecker race I was going to do tomorrow, but BTW didn't finish uploading. It's saying it's finished, but I can't see it on my YouTube. Like it's not on the unlisted section. It's saying it's done. It's fully done. But it's not on my unlisted section. So it's not unlisted for you for some reason. And I've just spent like 20 minutes before stream figuring it out. Hulkenberg, this is moving before the lights. Oh, so he shifted it. And he shifted it in gear, Hulkenberg.
We have a 5-second time penalty. We're moving before the start signal. 5-second time penalty.
Really? I'm not aware of that. Can I pick from my side?
Did it just lurch forward?
Yeah, so as Crofty was about to say, did it just lurch forward on him? Just slightly. So Hulkenberg in a lot of trouble in that Kick-Sauber. So a 5-second time penalty going his way. But, of course, he came in on lap 2, quite surprisingly. Now, there was a graphic that popped up a few moments ago saying that the time pit loss was 20 seconds through the pit lane. So 20-second time loss through the pit lane, and that was shown by Nico Hülkenberg, who lost 20 seconds. He's now down to 7.9 seconds. He's lapping about a second faster than what Yuki Tsunoda is. So brand new mediums around this circuit seem to be quite overpowered when you get onto them here, and they'll give you about half a second to a second a lap in terms of pace. So very quick indeed, those brand new medium compound tyres. Now, Elizabeth, just letting you know, a few stages through this race, I'll hand it over to the world feed because I'm going to get some snacks and kick back and commentate this race. So there'll be a few stages where I go to get, we'll hand it over to the world feed. I reckon she's probably going to check if the video is up on her side. That's probably what she's going to do. But yeah, there'll be a few stages through the race, Elizabeth, that I'll just, hand it over to the world feed and I'll just go grab food because I'm quite hungry. I'll probably do that in a minute. So, yeah. Lap 14 of 70 in this race, 2.8 seconds. Piastri's kept the margin at a stable rate. And it's 2.8 again back to George Russell. So, stable, the margin's looking. Now, what's going to be interesting is when those soft compound tyre runners box in this race. Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon. They're both on the hard compound tyres. Franco Colapinto comes into the pit lane. And off those mediums, I'm going to guess it's going to be another set of hards for probably another 30 laps. That's my guesstimate for Colapinto. Possibly onto a new set of hards for Franco. Because the teams wouldn't have used many hard compound tyres. Because in free practice, we really only saw the soft and the medium compound tyres. And that's exactly what Colapinto's gone on to. It is the hard compound tyres that he's gone on to there. Franco, and will make his way out of the pit lane and back onto the circuit. So, of course, there you go. That's the gap. It's 21.0 seconds, 21.9 seconds you lose through the pit lane. So, that's a margin to have in your head. Are Ferrari pushing for that margin and trying to keep their sustainable lead in this race? I'm trying to, at the moment, why I'm looking up at my screen is because I'm trying to figure out why Elizabeth and that don't have the unlisted video. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. So that's why I'm looking up so much to try and fix this for those two. But it's saying it's uploaded, so I can't do much really. There's not much I can do on my side except just, Esteban Ocon into the pit lane, and so is Alex Albon. So some soft compound tyre runners going out. That would be a hard compound tyre. You would think that was off the mediums onto the hards. Albon off the softs onto the mediums. So, interesting. That's going to be 25 laps probably. And then, so he's going to go soft, medium, hard within this race. So, going from the softest tyre to the hardest tyre throughout this race. So, onto the mediums. And Hülkenberg, immediately that undercut is working. He's jumped all three runners that have just boxed. So the undercut very much working for Hülkenberg. As I'm just going to check the chat just to make sure I haven't missed anything. No, I haven't. So I haven't missed anything. But, yeah. But Colapinto Hülkenberg has really done well in this strategy. It's just a matter of serving the 5 seconds later on in the race. So, Hülkenberg, he could definitely get himself in a good position at the end of this race. Possibly maybe P11 or P10, P11 in this race, if he can keep it going. But if he can keep it going, it's going to be P10, P11. Carlos Sainz into the box now. He'll probably, I think he's on the soft compound tyres, so there you go. So those softs, 15 or so laps before you start to feel the wear off of them. But Carlos in, possibly off the softs onto the mediums. So, good stop. Off the softs onto the mediums, I'm going to guess. Or if that's the hard tyre, he'll be hoping to possibly go to the end on the hards, is Carlos Sainz. But that would really hurt him if there was a safety car in this race. Even a virtual safety car. Nice over the radio.
Two was better.
My problem is not turn 2, it's the last 3 corners.
So nice over the radio. We still need to keep these tyres alive. How do you feel? And he's just saying the last 2 corners are my main problem. Last few laps, the margin's closed between the race leaders, which is Leclerc and Piastri. It's down to 2.6 seconds. When I last said it was 2.9. So that margin continuing to close ever so slightly in this race. Lap 17 of 70 in this one. 2.5 seconds. The margin to the gap of Piastri behind. Piastri over the radio.
That was.
Piastri saying use the pace. There we go. So Piastri was told at the start of this race, conserve, conserve, conserve. He's now being told use the pace. Oscar Piastri is about to absolutely demolish the Scuderia Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. So they've been hiding a secret from Scuderia Ferrari. And that same message would be going over to Leclerc. Push, 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 push. You'd be wanting to keep away Piastri at any cost, really, for this race lead. Turn 13 goes through Nice and Russell. By the way, that margin is 11 seconds back to Alonso from Norris. So, Nice showing that Papaya McLaren's pace in all forms in this race. We have 57 laps to go in this one. So still quite a while. Red Bull and Ferrari are setting up. Have they caused a trigger reaction? No, they haven't. So they're actually boxing Max Verstappen, getting him out of that dirty air of, for example, Lance Stroll and Gabriel Bortoleto, which are slower than them. So off the mediums, onto the hard compound tyres. Hoping now that's going to possibly either change to a 2-stop or a 1-stop. It is possible to go medium hards, but you'd really have to conserve those hard compound tyres to the very end. And that would put you in a very good position for those people that have done a 1-stop or something. For those people that have done only that are doing a 2-stop. Got it. It is simple. When you get to the visibility section, just set unlisted. Okay.
5.
Yeah, confirm, my tyres are gone.
Yeah, Nice's tyres very much gone in this one. So the visibility. Okay. Visibility. There's nothing there in visibility either. That is so strange. Piastri, I missed Piastri's message, but obviously it was the box. Piastri's in, off the mediums onto the hards. Is it the last one? There's nothing there. Not in the visibility, not in the unlisted area. There's nothing. Oh, no, that's a short. There's a bunch of shorts from 2 years ago. Save or publish, make your video public, unlisted, or private. No, there's nothing there, Matt. There's shorts from 2 years ago. But there's nothing there from... there's no... Yeah, there's nothing there. I would show you, but my camera is attached to the bloody wall, and I don't want to break it. I'm talking about uploading the video. What, you mean the push-up video, or you mean the cable whip challenge? I'm missing all these radio messages. Whoops. Leclerc, into the pits goes Leclerc, and cable whip 1. So I'll try and re-upload it then. And see what I'll just try and re-upload it and see what happens. I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus on this, and it's not working. Leclerc, really quick pit stop there. It's 2 seconds, that pit stop time. Russell also had a pretty good pit stop as well. Does Leclerc jump Piastri? That's important. He has. So they've stopped the benefit of the undercut going McLaren's way. Russell has lost a spot to Bortoleto. That's big. Oh, sorry, we can chat about it after the race is done. Okay, well, I'll re-upload it, and do you want me to re-upload it and see what happens? And see if it pops up. Piastri?
With warm-up. Said it for me.
Leclerc may struggle with warm-up over the radio. The engineer, which is Peter Bonington, over the radio, saying to Piastri that he might struggle with re-upload which one? The K-Boy. Do you want me to re-upload and see what happens? This is Nico Hulkenberg getting, well, a pretty successful move on Max Verstappen with the DRS. Down into turn number 1. That's critical for Max Verstappen as well. So, and there you go. Yep, go for it. Okay. I'll re-upload it. Leclerc having a right front lockup over the radio. Having just that right front lockup. Hello, Harrison. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Charles Leclerc now. I apologise for being rude to you yesterday. That's fine, man. That's fine. We all have our off days. We all have our off days. We all have our off days, man. Can't do anything about it. I'll give your mod back, just as long as you're not rude no more. I'll give you and Callan your mod back, just as long as you're not rude. Yuki Tsunoda into the box, getting off those medium compound tyres, probably onto the soft tyres. I will tell Callan to shut up now. Well, I don't think. Yeah, okay, you do that. You do that. Okay, Elizabeth, it's uploading. It's uploading. George Russell on the replay. On those cold hard compound tyres, gets the move done on Gabriel Bortoleto. That's also probably because he has newer tyres and better grip on those hards. And they'd be starting to warm up slightly. So, Nice has a job to do. And I'm expecting those mediums to last about 30 laps. What is uploading? The Cable Whip Challenge. I'm unlisting it for certain people. Is it uploaded or uploading? It's uploading. Well, it's processing at the moment. It's processing. One of those Scuderia Ferraris. And that's Ferrari getting set up as well, and so is McLaren. So Kimi Antonelli coming into the pit lane. That will be along with, I'm guessing, Lewis Hamilton. So boxing, if I was Ferrari, I'd stay on those hard compound tyres. I would not bring Hamilton in that early. That is really dumb from Ferrari if you bring Hamilton in here. Another 24 hours of waiting. Probably. Or probably the rest of the night. Zach Brown over the pit wall.
Clearly didn't work, but a long way to go. In Orlando, we're kind of assessing what our strategy might be here.
Yeah, Zach, a bit of head scratching there at McLaren because this Ferrari pace looks real and looks like he can endure that as well.
Yeah, Charles is very quick, so I think we definitely have a race on our hands.
Don't tell me.
Good. Looks like we put down around time whenever
I was a ban you.
I think we got our hands full here.
Thanks ever
Good,
so much.
thank
Zach.
you.
Back with you a little bit later on. Max Verstappen moves past Nico Hulkenberg and up into 13th place.
So all they could do now, Lando's losing a second of that.
Okay, so there you go. Now, Zach Brown's saying that the pace is surprising from Ferrari. They weren't expecting it. He didn't record the Cable Whip Challenge. He's lying. I did. Callan, I did. I did, Callan. Seriously. He's the one who doesn't believe me. Really, he doesn't. I wouldn't be promising to you that I'd be uploading it. No, it's over the radio.
It's either plan A, look to extend, or plan D. Just keep talking to us about the tyres.
So nice there over the radio. Well, you're not showing me proof. Well, I'm not showing you proof because you'll probably just spoil it for everyone. So that's why Callan, I don't trust you. Really, I don't trust you. So just be quiet about it already. Just be quiet about it. Travis did upload it. I saw him do it. It's uploading. So, believe Harrison. For my word, Harrison saw me do it. Bloody hell. Like, nobody believes me except Elizabeth and Thomas and Harrison at this point. And 3 months ago you said it in comments and did it. What? And 3 months ago you said it in the comments that me and you did it. Well, I recorded a different part to it, for one. I recorded a different part to it. So, like, really, just butt out of it, Callum, really. Elizabeth, this is what I'm talking about. Well, I believe you. It just takes a lot of time. It does. And this is what I was talking about, Elizabeth. People like Callum, who just, like, you know, anyway, it's dumb. That's what I said in the video. That's why I didn't want to upload it, because people like Callum, you know. Anyway, Max Verstappen going right around the outside of Pierre Gasly, nearly getting that move done. So, nicely done. And Callum, do you want your mod taken off you? Because I will take it off you again. So, stop being a butthead and just, like, Max Verstappen.
Guys, it's really terrible this idea. It's almost something.
Yeah,
So Max Verstappen, he's actually been caught out in too much traffic within this race. So Max really struggling within this. So wasn't a good idea to box him too early here because he was being caught up in so much traffic. Callum just called me and doesn't believe that you uploaded it. I believe you, so don't worry about that. Okay, it's fine. Thank you, Harrison. Like, Callum's just being... He's being a brat. Sorry for the language, but, like, you know. So it takes 2 months to complete the video. Well, I mean, it takes many tries, Callum. Just, seriously, I'm gonna bloody time you out. Just stop talking about it, really. He uploaded it on my own eyes, Callum. Exactly. Callum, just be quiet about it. Really? Like, come on. This is what I talked about in the video. People like Callum. Judging. Piastri?
Difficult, Oscar.
So he said over the radio there, do you think the one stop would work? From the team, and Oscar replied, difficult. So it's a questionable thing there, as Fernando Alonso getting a bit sideways out of turn 1, giving George Russell the opportunity to try and sneak up the inside. It didn't end up happening, so nearly a bit of contact then. But apart from that, sideways, and George Russell now going for a second attempt, heading on to lap 26 of this race, and gets the move done on Fernando Alonso. So, good move there. Of course, you can vote the overtaking awards, f1.com/overtake, crypto.com, of course. The margin, 8.5 seconds, as Max Verstappen gets the toe up into behind Lewis Hamilton. The two rivals from many years ago. They now come back at each other here on lap 26 of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Verstappen looking around the outside. Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. Callum, just really be quiet about it. I mean, you're not going to win this argument. You're not going to win this argument.
but I think if anyone's going to make this one stop work.
That's fine, Hassan. That's a bad word. Callum just really, like, come on, man. Callum's arguing about bloody, apparently not have recording the cable whip challenge. I have. It's uploading. Bloody hell. Like, this is what I said in the... This is what I said in the video that I uploaded. People like Callum. But, you know, I'm trying to stay motivated. And people like Callum saying that I actually haven't recorded it. Like, starting some conspiracy theories. Seriously. Like, it's just dumb. Like, really. It's just silly. Anyways. Like, just, he's ruined the vibe. He really has. He's ruined the vibe. Claire?
I can feel what we discussed before the race. We need to discuss those things before doing those.
Cryptic from Charlotte Claire.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can change on the car. Driver comfort you can change, a bit of front wing. You're restricted on the tyre pressures really for the minimums. You can't change any other unless you can prove they've got damage and you're changing them with identical parts in size and weight. So that's really intriguing. There's not a whole lot you can do with the car apart from that conditions.
So Lando, we're considering the one stop. It'd be 40 laps on a hard tyre. Keen for it?
Yeah, why not?
Well, he's got nothing to...
Nice. Definitely has nothing to lose in this race. So how's it going? Did it finish uploading? Well, I've just uploaded it. So, well, it finished uploading the first time. It's not come unlisted for you guys. So, it's not come unlisted for you, Thomas or Elizabeth. For Thomas number 1 or Elizabeth. So, I'm re-uploading it, and hopefully it comes up through, like, because Elizabeth obviously Googled it, and it says it comes up in visibility, and then you can change one of the settings, Claire.
We are going to lose this race with this thing. We are losing so much time.
So, Claire losing so much time. So you would try it again. Yeah, hoping it doesn't take 24 hours to upload, which was quite annoying. But, yeah, so I'm hoping, so just Elizabeth Googled it and was like, it comes up in visibility and then you got unlisted and then you can list the people that can see the video. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm hoping it uploads. And did you like the new F1 game? I did. I like the handling model. It's good. I think Codemasters have done a really good job at making the game. Yeah, they've definitely done a really good job at that. I like that. Nice, I was ready.
We're going to try it. Let's ease out for a couple of laps. When the lap time drops, we're coming in. If Leclerc catches us, we're coming in. He's 5.6 behind. At this pace, Leclerc catches us in 3 laps.
Right, after you, Gasly and Hulkenberg going wheel to wheel.
Wait, I was going to continue because apparently they were talking to Anthony Davison. It's not with listing people. You can't list people there. Well then whatever you said, that's what I'm going to do when it uploads. Let me go back to the message that you sent. Save or publish, make your video public, unlisted, or private. So, yeah. So, so it's just I need to unlist it. It means it will not show when people should search for it. Only people with link will get to it. Okay. Well, then all I need is the link. I need the link, and then I can put it through the YouTube comment section. So hopefully it doesn't take another 24 minutes. It's 24 hours. As Lewis Hamilton off-road down there with just a bit over 40 laps to go within this race. But yeah, Harrison, I reckon the F1 25 game, they've coded it quite well. I reckon the AI just need to be fixed around Monaco. They're quite slow. The AI around Monaco are quite slow. So keep it unlisted, then copy, paste, and link to our comments. Copy that. I will do that. This is why we need Discords. This is why I need to friend you, Elizabeth, on Discord, and then we can chat privately through Discord. Because I was thinking I was going to buy it, but because the game was crap last year, didn't think of getting the game. Yeah, F1 24 game was quite crap. I didn't like it, as Lando Norris runs through turn 14. But yeah, no, the game was definitely not good. Lando? Turn 6, a lot more tailwinds than quali, so that's definitely a bit of a problem. But the pit window has now opened for the medium compound tyres, so you can choose now, heading on to lap 31 of this race, to box off the medium tyres. Oh, you can box off the hard tyres and go on mediums for those people that started on the hards. So, and I think the mediums might just get to the end. But if you start on the hards, you're in a pretty good position. Hamilton, I think, is boxed. Is that the one person that hasn't boxed in this race? Is Lewis Hamilton. So that's interesting. How do you feel about Red Bull in supercars is going forwards? Red Bull in supercars going forward, I'm not happy about it. Red Bull going to Ford, not happy about it very much. Max Verstappen up the inside of Isaac Hadjar, getting that move done through the turn 6 chicane. They got that done quite nicely, actually. The move was set up nicely and was converted nicely, but supercars going to Fords, supercars turning Red Bull into Red Bull Ford, I think that's dumb. Nice big total ready to box. This is important. This is an important pit stop. I'm estimating he's going to pop out P4 within this race. So they're gambling on going hard to the end. They've stretched it out another whole lap. So this has to be a quick stop from McLaren. Has to be pinch perfect. And pinch perfect it is. So Lando's actually going on to older hard compound tyres. When you go to the next Bathurst, can you live stream it again? Because that was really fun. Yeah, I can. Trav, not being mean, but you can show me in the video this is being uploaded, or show me it being uploaded on CapCut. Yeah, thank you, Harrison. I really don't want to deal with him right now. I'm quite why make allegations? That's really stupid. I mean, Harrison's done some stupid stuff, but making allegations of that type is dumb. He's not going to win that. He's really not. Thank you, Harrison. Exactly. Calm down. Making allegations of that type is just, at this point, absurd. I mean, you can't do that. Really. You can't. I should make a diss track on him. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not going to make a diss track on him. I'm not that mean. I'm mean, but I'm not that mean. I'm strict, but I'm not that strict. Now, has Hamilton boxed? Hamilton has not boxed, so that comes to my point there. Hamilton has not boxed in this race, so that's a really important race. That's a really important stop, actually. So Hamilton could be in a pretty good position once he gets off those hard tyres. Hamilton, Ferrari really extending their strategy there, as this is the battle for the race lead on track. Leclerc has 2 laps younger hard compound tyres, but they're also a little bit colder than what Piastri's are, because, of course, on the lap that he came in. Piastri came in on lap 18. Leclerc came in on lap 16. So that's important. So that's an important pit stop number as Piastri runs through turn 8. Leclerc will run through turn 9, turn 10, and then into turn 11. Very fast. Lots of corners. Do you play Roblox? Sometimes. Roblox is... It's dead, but it's not dead. It's sort of like Fortnite. It's dead, but it's not dead. You know? It's got players, but it's not got players. It's not got the real vibe it did years ago. You know? Like, when I started playing Roblox, it was like a much bigger game. Have you ever played Supercars 25? Have you played Supercars 25? I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know there was a Supercars game. Is it like the Repco Supercars Championship? Give out Fortnite's dead. I don't play it anymore. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how Callan's playing it anymore. I don't know how he's still playing it. I don't know how he is playing it. But, yeah. Harrison's just given up on Fortnite. RIP. But I really didn't know that there was a Supercars game out. Like, I really didn't. If like, oh, I had never even played Fortnite on Roblox, lol. You should try Roblox. I reckon you'd like it, Thomas. I reckon you'd be the type, like, Thomas is the type of guy to, I reckon you'd play Roblox quite well, Thomas. You'd be a pro. Yeah, because Callan is a nerd. If you search up Supercars 25, that pops up. Interesting. I was more like a CS type of person. CS? What's CS? I'm sorry, I don't have the brain cells to think of that. CS. I don't have the brain cells. My brain is already dead at Counter-Strike. Oh, so, yeah, I know what Counter-Strike is. CSO, do you mean? Russell over the radio saying this pace is really good. Keep it up, George. So, George Russell, the Merc team, really happy with the pace. Yep. I reckon you'd be a good Roblox person. Thomas. Like, Thomas, Roblox, you know, it just goes together. Sort of. Thomas, Roblox, you know, goes together. You wouldn't be a Fortnite person. Thomas, Fortnite, nah, that doesn't mix. That doesn't mix. That doesn't. Meanwhile, Piastri closing in, it does it. I mean, Thomas, Roblox. Sounds like a Roblox character, actually. Piastri?
How's the tyre, Oscar? Do you think you could get to the end on another hard from here?
If I could get, yes.
Piastri happy with the tyre wear, so saying that if he goes onto another hard compound tyre, which I don't think you'd do yet, but lately I got hooked onto Elden Ring. Yes, I've seen a few streamers stream that lately. When I was setting up my Twitch account to stream, you know what's not dead? F1 2019. That's crazy. That's absolutely absurd. I've enjoyed F1 22 lately. I enjoy the supercars that are on there. Not the V8 supercars. It's the you know, like the Lamborghinis or the Mercedes AMGs. I've enjoyed F1 22 lately. That's been fun. Chat, what do you reckon? Should I start doing like F1 25 streams more? Should I? No, I should just set the fastest lap of the race though. 120.726. So he's closing him. Turn 4 incident involving Verstappen and Hamilton under investigation. I like the safety cars in McLaren. I like the safety cars in McLaren. Yeah. I don't mind them. Are you a GT fan, Harrison? Are you a GT fan? Do you enjoy GT cars? Colapinto into the box as well. So Colapinto making his way into the pit lane. I think that would be for another set of hard compound tyres as he makes his way into the pit lane. This has turned into a bit more of a chill stream now, hopefully. Not the best stop time either. It was 7.2 seconds. And I think he's just gone a lap down. GT3 fan. I'm Ford Mustang, the best car in the world. That's really good. Really happy. Ford Mustang. More like Camaro. Anyways. So, if Piastri was to do a two-stop, it would really... What would happen is it would set off a chain reaction. So, it would make everybody else forced to box. Really, as Lando Norris does a 20.5 as the fastest lap of the race. So, Stroll now into the pit lane. It's now starting to become a factor of people are running the medium tyres quite long. Or running possibly a two-stop in this race. Stroll's going to the end on hards. Now, at this point, you've got to hope that there's not a safety car. If there's a safety car, you're really in the muds at this point. Well, at that point, you're in the muds. When there is a safety car, it's nearly contact with the Williams and the Aston Martin. Sideways on exit goes Lance Stroll. Russell over the radio.
It's a still really good lap times, George. Just keep banging on it.
So Russell getting annoyed with the engineering. There, just saying let me drive. That's a statement and a half. Saying just let me drive. Yeah, because the camera's crap. The last came in the 24 hours race. Yeah, because the camera's crap. The came last in the 24 hours race. Nice over the radio again.
Lando, just keep the focus. Don't want those mistakes.
So apparently Lando is making mistakes. Lando seems to be just smooth. He's quite smooth at the moment. He's gaining by nearly half a second to a second a lap on Russell. and McLaren are saying that he's making mistakes. There's no mistakes that seem to be made by Lando Norris. But yeah, so Ferrari never ended up bringing in Lewis Hamilton. That's something that they shouldn't have done in the first place. Well, they won't be doing. I'm hoping for another 7, 10, 15 laps, because you could probably go onto the soft tyres and smash some good laps out if you can extend those hard tyres. And they're seeing the data there from Hamilton saying, well, he's trying to cause people to do a two-stop by running along on those hard tyres and then going to the soft tyres at the end. So, yeah, he's trying to force everyone to do a two-stop in this race, because they know how long those hard tyres can run for. It's just a matter of making them last. Fernando Alonso's still out there on those medium tyres. He's braving it out quite well, actually. Braving it out on those on those medium compound tyres, and I think they're getting ready down there with the hard tyres. Lando Norris is just done a 20.4 flat. So really quick there, as Fernando Alonso uses the curbs of turn 6 and turn 7 just for a bit more rotation within the car down there. Alex Albon into the pits, as well as this is Leclerc, our race leader. Yeah, the margin 1.6 seconds, so Piastri hasn't been able to catch Leclerc as fast as what I was expecting. Piastri over the radio.
Mr. Lando's done 6 laps of hard. Would you prioritise undercutting Leclerc or tie delta to Lando?
Do you still think beating Lando is realistic than doing that?
Because that is...
So they're either going tyre delta or they're going undercutting Leclerc. Do they... I would go undercut. If I was McLaren, I would go undercut. If I was Piastri, I'd go undercut here. Tyre delta, I mean, it doesn't mean anything really, as long as you don't get undercut by Norris anyway. So if you don't get undercut, you should be fine. So of course that's Lando's second stint, and he's on those hard compound tyres. But I don't think there's a point. As long as you have fresh tyres, and you don't get undercut, you're fine. You think you're fine as long as you don't get undercut. In this one, what's good, SR the Great? Welcome in, my friends. The absolute, more like SR the Goat. SR the Goats, my friends. What's good, Chamil? Piastri.
For his box to overtake this lap, box to overtake this lap.
Piastri in the box. So, they've decided Piastri in. And what's that done? It's brought Leclerc in. So, the McLaren have seen Ferrari set up. McLaren are now reacting. Leclerc in. Onto new hard compound tyres. Weather's really good here in Pakistan. Max came not... Come on, you spoiled it. You spoiled it. My chat wasn't working? Oh, really? That's weird. It was working for everyone else, so that's strange. You spoil it, SR. You spoil it. Do you mind if I call you SR the Goat? You know, like SR the best? I just came, everybody was out of the chat, and I was the only person in it. Oh. That's weird. Piastri?
Okay, you get some clear air. There's 6 seconds clear air to Gasly. Let's use the pace, and this gives you what you want from Lando.
Bortoletto in, Lawson in. SR the Goat is better. Thanks. Yeah. No, that's good. Okay, well, I was going to call you SR the Goat anyway, so you didn't really have any choice. As the Aston Martin trying to go around the outside of Hulkenberg, and he does get the move done. That was Lance Stroll, as Hulkenberg tries to fight that back. So the early undercut didn't work for Hulkenberg. His tyres are now starting to drop off since he's been on those medium tyres longer than anybody else. So they're now probably going to go to the hard tyres at the end. SR the Goat, you sort of spoiled the race in terms of Max's position. I told Callan he's at timeout for 24 hours, but it's actually 1 minute. Nico Hulkenberg. Good one. And he'd go, Hülkenberg. I've been wanting to say that on stream forever. I've been waiting for someone to say it. No one said it. No one said it. I didn't want to embarrass myself by saying it. And he'd go, Hülkenberg. I kissed Danny Rick. Oh my god. I missed Danny. Oh. I was gonna say, okay, you kissed Danny Rick. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's good information. Verstappen over the radio.
Curve there.
Okay, mate. So Bortoleto and Lawson have now pitted. We are considering leaving you out here.
Okay, well, it's not going to be easy.
No, I know, we're monitoring it. That might be our best opportunity. But like I said, we are monitoring it.
Well, that happened. It certainly did. It certainly did, Elizabeth. And, well, it happened to something that I wasn't expecting. I used Ghoul, who came first. Wait, what? I used Ghoul, who came... Please explain, Harrison, please. Hulkenberg into the pit lane. Hamilton is not useless. Yeah, well, I listened to the press conference at the end of qualifying. He needs motivation, he does. I mean, I listened to the press conference at the end of qualifying, and Ferrari's a rollercoaster, it is. Russell saying, I'm happy to extend if you want. Ferrari's a roll... He really is. I mean, to be honest, if you're... Yeah. Ferrari, he just needs more motivation, man. Like, it's Ferrari, it's the team. It's not him, it's the team. It's the team who put him out in traffic, and he says, don't put me out in traffic. Guess what? They put him out in traffic. And he shouldn't be stood himself, he should be stood the team. As, speak of the devil, he's being told to box this lap. So, good stint on those hard tyres. Hamilton and Ferrari haven't bottled it. Heading on to lap 43 of this race. I'm going to read the chat because I've missed a few messages. Can I tell you who came last? Sure, tell me who came last. Alright, man, see you. Gotta go class right now. Okay, see you later. Russell being told to box as well. Camille saying yes, yes. Harrison saying it's a long 00000. Google. Ferrari's a roller coaster. Certainly are. Oliver Bowman. Awesome. Wait, Behrman came... No! No! Man. Russell in the pit lane. And he's coming off those, what looks to be hard tyres, and onto a new set of hard tyres. So, that's the last set now for Russell, and that would be his last pit stop in this race. So, interesting strategy is playing out here at Hungarian. And we've still got 26 laps to go. We've still got a chunk of this race to go. Penalty served. 5-second time penalty for car 27. False start moving before signal. So confirmed. Nico Hulkenberg's penalty what has been served, as they seem to be keeping heat inside those tyres for the McLaren team. Oliver Bowman came last. Oliver Barman came last. Absolutely amazing. I'm a fan of Ollie Behrman, man. I am. I really am. I know. Take your I know. Take your delusional pills or whatever you call them. As speak of the devil, Ollie Behrman trying to get around the outsides of... Sorry, that's Esteban Ocon trying to get around the outsides of Hadjar. He'll try it down here at turn 3. He has to hang it right around there. Not going to happen. Crisscross. Tried it back to the inside. Hadjar, in the end, had the exit speed. Somehow on those cold tyres, somehow had the exit speed. He got a DNF. He got a DNF. My man. Behrman, you're meant to win races. You're meant to win races in that ass. Not lose them. Come on. Lando's done a 20.1 fast lap of the race. Now, this is now getting down to the strategy part of the race here. With Piastri, possibly, I'd probably box Piastri here. Piastri over the radio.
Leclerc is going to be 4 or 5 seconds ahead of our pit window. We suggest to box this lap, to push and box this lap.
I don't really care. Leclerc is not the best test to drive either. So I support take it to Leclerc.
Trouble is, always...
as Albon trying to... Well, sorry, Carlos Sainz trying... No, that's Albon. Albon trying to get up the inside. They're on side by side on the exit of turn 1. Now into turn 2. Bit of contact there from Antonelli. Piastri in. So Oscar Piastri into the pit lane. Off the hards onto another set of hards. Goes Oscar. And he's done the fastest pit stop time all year. 1.9 seconds for the Prix McLaren team. Really quick. And that might put him out into clear air. Quite well, actually. So, very, very happy on the Prix McLaren team. That is Lily Zinmar, Oscar Piastri's partner. I didn't know he had a partner. I really didn't. But Lando Norris now comes out in the leads. That, you should stop. You should play the Max Verstappen song. Max, I'll play it if he wins this race. I'll play it if he wins. I'll play it if he wins, okay? I'll play it for the outro song at the end of the stream if he wins. I'll play it if he wins. But I don't reckon he will. So, anyway. But yeah. So, Oscar is in. He's just come onto those hard compound tyres. And now, do they react Norris? Or do they try and make this a bit of a fight to the end? He doesn't win the race. Absolutely amazing. Well, then I guess we'll find out then, won't we? I guess we'll find out who wins. I'm going to turn on the lights for better quality. Norris over the radio. Let's go. Everything we have, says Lando Norris. I've just missed it. I've missed it by the scrape of my fingernails. I missed the message there. 7.3 seconds to Charles Leclerc. That's all I'm giving you. Okay. Okay. That's good enough. Yeah, don't give me any more, otherwise you'll spoil it. So Max doesn't win. Ollie Pearman doesn't win. Ends up DNFing. Okay. 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 I feel like it's a Ferrari car. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this race, really. It could be either... I feel like it's going to be Leclerc and Piastri versus those two. Norris, just... Unless you say so. No, I don't want you to tell me anything. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything. Isaac Hadjar, meanwhile, having a battle further back down the grid with Carlos Sainz. And DRS enabled for Hadjar. As he'll make his run now down through the turn 1. To the inside goes Isaac Hadjar. Move done down there at turn number 1. And clear on Carlos Sainz. So, nicely done there for Isaac. Moved himself up to P11. Back to the battle between Leclerc, Piastri, and Norris. When does Norris box in this race? I'd probably box Norris again. Or do you leave him out? It will hurt him. It will very much hurt him. But it sort of gives him no choice in this race to box. It definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't give him no choice but to box. Because he'll just get hurt either way. So, Ferrari have put Leclerc in a good position. They know that there's on for a win this weekend. If there's a safety car, it helps Norris. If there is a safety car in this race, it will help Norris. Norris could win this race if there's a safety car. If there's a safety car, it could help him. It will deduct the time that you lose in the pit lane by nearly 10 seconds. So you will only lose 10 seconds in the pit lane. The margin is 7.4 at the moment between Norris and Leclerc. So if he pushes that margin out far enough, he could. It's 10-15 seconds if there is a safety car or VSC. So that's nearly halved in terms of time loss. So it's not that bad, the time loss. 21 laps to go. We are building up to an absolute epic race here on Travis Motorsports. Make sure you stay around as the battle for second continues to build. Bortoletto, sorry, that is one of the kick Saubers on the back of a McLaren. I'm not completely sure who that was. There's no McLarens on the back of a kick Sauber. Or unless that is Hulkenberg who's getting lapped. So that's probably the answer to my question. It's possibly Lando. No, that is Verstappen passing Bortoletto. No, that's not. I need to go. Bye. See ya.
This car is broken. I got front grip before.
Well, yeah, you have significant rear damage. You have 1% more air balance than planned.
Yeah, not good news for Ollie Beck.
Not good news indeed for Ollie Behrman, as Verstappen comes off the hard tyres onto another set of hards. So though there's 2 sets of hard compound tyres that these teams can use, we've known that since really the start of the race here, as this is the battle between Antonelli and Verstappen. Antonelli will get the crisscross. Does he get the move done? No, Verstappen. Good exit out of turn 1. And that will give him, in the end, that spot. So, really nicely done. Well done indeed. Behrman boxed to retire the car. That's unfortunate for Ollie Behrman. And he'll box to retire for Ollie Behrman. Quite unfortunate indeed. And we now have 20 laps to go. We're on to lap 50 of this race. Elizabeth and Thomas, can I get a yee if you're still here? Can I get a yee if you're still here? Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton making a move here on Pierre Gasly. Getting that move done quite nicely. Into turn 1. And move is done. So, Lewis Hamilton getting once again another position on track. And getting pushed off road is Nico Hülkenberg. Guessing that's by Max Verstappen. So, Max once again could be another strife. In more strife. Of course, still here. Awesome! Yay! My best friend Elizabeth. Yay. I don't know why I said that in such a squeaky voice. Close to 120, I shared your channel a bit. Thank you so much. Nice. So they're going for the alternate strategy. Close to 120, I shared your channel a bit. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. You're probably the most consistent person to come to my streams, and I said that last night. As Piastri getting the move done on Charles Leclerc. This is for the race lead. Piastri hangs it around the outside, gets the move done. He's provisionally in the race lead. Oscar Piastri takes the race lead on lap 51 of 70. It's only taken him 51 laps. He's provisionally in the race lead. And McLaren will see that now. They will say to Norris, what is your strategy here? Because, of course I am. As I said, I expect special treatment. You certainly will get it. My friend, you certainly will get it. Along with number 1, along with Thomas. You certainly will get it. You will get it. Indeed. Ollie Behrman out of this race. But that's big. Oscar Piastri is in the provisional race lead if Lando Norris doesn't box. What are McLaren's plans? Yep, I'm still here as well. Absolutely amazing. Ollie Behrman out of this race, standing to the right-hand side of his car. And there, at that point, the car has retired out of this race. So, Ollie Behrman out of the car and out of the race, quite unfortunately. As Lewis Hamilton on those newer medium compound tyres. He's been on those tyres now for about 10 or so laps. 10, 15 laps. So, pretty good tyres indeed. Good tyres on those cars, on that car of Lewis Hamilton. To run into the end of this race. 18 laps to go. It's between Norris and Piastri for this race win. Does Leclerc get back into this here? But again, he said in the post-qualifying press conference that he doesn't expect to fight with McLaren. I don't expect him to fight with McLaren. Really not at all in this race. If he fights with McLaren, he's almost as crazy as I am. It's almost like saying I'm not going to upload the cable, but I really am. Like, it's just an absurd statement. Like, it's almost like saying, it's like saying you're not going to win the race. It's like saying you're not going to upload the cable whip challenge, but you really are. Like, you have a chance, you know? It's silly. You know, I'm bringing the hype into it, you know? Bringing the hype into it. And I got the good old reaction there by the good old H-A, the haha. Yeah. But, I don't know why I went so off topic then. That was so unbelievably off topic. How did I get to that? Wow, how did I get to that topic? Now I've lost the topic that I was on. I was on about Lewis Hamilton, but now I'm just like, how did I get to that? Leclerc over the radio.
This is so incredibly frustrating. We've lost all competitiveness. You just have to listen to me. I will have found a different way of managing those issues. Now it's just undrivable. It's a miracle if we finish on the podium.
Leclerc very, very unhappy. It's usually me who changes the topic to it. Usually you, but now it's me. You're hyping up the cable whip challenge that you didn't want to upload for months. Yeah. Well, I'm re-hyping it. I'm hoping it uploads. I'm hoping it doesn't fail on me. Commentator's curse. God damn it. I've done it once again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Just shut up. Just shut up. Shut your yapper. Shut your yapper. Just shut up. Shut up. You're gonna make everyone pissed, Travis. Shut up. Just shut up. You're gonna make everyone pissed. If it fails, you have to do it again. Yes, I'm gonna keep trying. Until I give up. Shut up, Travis. Shut your yapper. Why am I doing this to myself? Why did I do it to myself in the first place? Oh my god. Anyways. Track has gone quiet for a little bit. Well, I mean, you've got the battle for the win, but it just depends on whether or not Lando Norris boxes. I mean, redo it. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can. I guess if it does fail and I lose the recording, which it won't happen, I don't feel. I can just re-record it. You know? Because I don't want to let down the hope of number one. You know? Even though he's not in the stream, he's still in my heart. You know? It was one of the first people to comment on my videos. Whatever country he comes from, I want to play his national anthem. What a man. What a man. What a man. First person to comment on my video. Lawrence over the radio.
Love it. If there's a safety car, we would take it for a hard tire. You'd only lose out to Oscar.
Stop.
Norris. Do it and he will come back. Salute, my friends. Yes, he will. He will come back. I believe it. 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 I'll try to get him back. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Thomas. Has he just been busy? Because if he's been busy, don't annoy him. If he's been busy, don't annoy him. I'm just saying I miss him. Don't bring him back. Don't bring him back if he's busy. If he's busy, don't bring him back. I'm saying I miss him. The man, he was the first man to comment on video. He left a link. It was to the cable whip challenge. He then joined my stream a couple months later saying, have you finished recording it? I was like, flip, I need to record it. And then I recorded it, and then and then Thomas joined, and then a random other people joined, and then Elizabeth joined, and then from that moment on, I knew that, from that moment I was like, hello random viewer, not knowing that this viewer was going to be probably the most important viewer of my life. Well, he's busy, but he can find time, probably. He must have other priorities, though. Yeah. Definitely. I love her. The first time Elizabeth joined my stream, it was a hi. And then I was like, oh, hello. I was expecting her to leave. And then, not knowing that Elizabeth would probably be the most important viewer of my life to continuously remind me about the cable whip challenge. So, that's big. That's big, you know? That's a big topic. That is indeed. So, McLaren, the Papaya McLaren team of Lando Norris, they're sticking out for a safety car. They're hoping for a safety car. They want a safety car. Promise you would do it once on future stream, and he said he will come. That might actually work. It might. Maybe. That might actually work. Yeah, I got stuck here with you. Man, is that meant to be an insult? Am I not good enough? Am I not good enough in your life? Man. Ow. That, I can tell that hurt. Oh, I can tell that hurt. Oh, did that hurt, guys? I could tell it probably did. Did that bang hurt? Oh. Go get ice if that hurt. Serious, like I could feel your head thumping against my table. That hurt. I could tell. My phone fell and then your head bumped on something. If it was your bed or if it was your cup of coffee that you have, or if it was your croissant or something, I could tell that hurt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah. We have 13 laps to go in this race. And more or less an interesting race forming here, ladies and gentlemen. And whilst this race is forming, let's head it up to David Croft and Martin Brundle while I go get a glass of water and and a snack. So take it away, David Croft and Martin Brundle, before I read Thomas's message. So if you promise you do it once on next stream, I will hype him up to get here. Okay. Okay, well, it depends. It depends on whether... I can't promise it will be out next stream, which is tonight. It's after this stream. I can't promise that. Anyways, David Croft and Martin Brundle, I'm going to turn it over to you for about 2 minutes while I go get a drink and some food, because I'm quite hungry. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes. David Croft, Martin Brundle, take it away.
On Charles Leclerc for the last 4 laps, consistently taking chunks out of his advantage. Leclerc's race has sadly for him just fallen apart in these latter stages. Looked like a 3rd podium in 4 races. But as Axel Rose looks on, Charles Leclerc will have to use his illusion to think about a podium here today on this current pace.
No further action for the Hulkenberg Tsunoda incident down in turn 1. We only saw the sort of end of that, didn't we? But I think they definitely made contact, but the stewards are happy with that.
3.9 seconds, the gap. 3.8 seconds, the gap. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Piastri still closing down. Pace has just dropped off a little bit on this particular lap in terms of how quickly he is catching Lando. But he is still doing it, and he still has time to get within DRS range.
Lando will catch Lewis Hamilton as well. He's now losing time because he's caught Hadjar and Antonelli up.
And Hamilton catching up Hadjar and Antonelli. That's a battle for points finish. Look at that train of cars heading and powering their way down the straight. The Williams keeps out of the way and nicely keeps out of the way of Leclerc and Russell, who are separated now by just a few car lengths. That's Carlos Sainz nipping through and past Nico Hulkenberg and up into 16th. On board now with George Russell.
On board now with George Russell as he looks on the back of Charles Leclerc. This is for 3rd place, technically at the moment. Thomas says, what about shirtless one? Probably, yeah, it's scheduled for Thursday. So I'm hoping I can do it Thursday. As George Russell sits right on the back of Charles Leclerc. And this is for podium position. I didn't bother about getting any snacks. So I just got water. Yeah, so just staying hydrated. Make sure I don't lose my voice. Yeah, make sure I don't lose my voice. That's number 1 priority at the moment. Just don't lose your voice. That becomes number 1 priority in these situations. Just keep your voice and you live your life. That's for the moment. Yep, I mean, do the cable whip thing that time. It would give me enough time to persuade him. Zach Brown on the pit ball.
Strategy, and I think these guys are going to converge here shortly, and we're going to see a bit of a race.
A bit nervy then on the pit wall. When that happens, that you're right, it's inevitable, isn't it? And what are the ground rules when Oscar gets there?
Let's race hard, let's race clean, but go for it, boys.
And you've done well today. You've given Lando the opportunity and a strategy to bring him back into this race. You haven't disadvantaged Oscar in the process, and fastest pit stop of the season. Zach, 1.9 seconds.
Yeah, no, the team's done a great job in the pits all day, and I like how we've been consulting the drivers on
how they want to see the race play out. So I think you're right. Lando had a difficult first lap. We've got it back in play now with two different strategies. I think we're going to converge here in a few laps.
5 laps, apparently. That's what the data's telling us. Sit tight, don't chew your nails too much.
A little late for that, but thanks for the advice.
Thanks ever so much, Zach Brown.
Zach Brown there on the pit wall saying, up now they're on a 1 stop. It's a bit too late for the 2 stop. Elizabeth Thomas, you're about to see me talking about 2 times speed in 4 laps. You've got 4 laps to ask all the questions you want, and then it's a matter of just hearing me in 2 times speed and commentating. Yep, I mean, do the cable thing. Once that time, it will give me enough time to persuade him to come. Awesome. So I've got like 2-3 streams. Yeah. So after tonight, it should be out. Really. Depends though. It depends. It really does. Yeah, so you and Elizabeth, you have about, according to the data, according to Martin Brundle and David Croft, you have 3 laps to ask as many questions as you want before we start seeing some action on track. And that is for the win. Lando Norris versus Oscar Piastri. Here, whoever wins this, well, they're the championship leader heading into the summer break. That will be important. That will be the most confidence for the drivers. Oh, I mean, do it on the shirtless stream once. That would get him in the stream. Oh, I thought you meant, like, get the cable whip challenge out. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Do it live on shirtless stream. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, definitely. Russell over the radio.
That was moving in the braking, I committed. And he moved while braking. Almost crossing the platform. Clearly not allowed.
I've seen worse.
Keep cool, mate. You'll get it.
I've seen...
So apparently moving on to braking there for George Russell. And this battle's starting to hype up a little bit. This is for P3. Russell moves left hand side. Leclerc covers and nearly makes contact with him. Leclerc back to the outside. Back to the inside, sorry. Outside again. Inside for Leclerc. Switch back. Leclerc going really aggressive here. And I think he knows that this car is losing its pace. That is for P3 on the road. George Russell. What a race. Leclerc, not so much. It's confirmed. Lando Norris will be going a 1 stop. Confirmed by Zach Brown. Good battling between those two. Leclerc going really aggressive on the defending. Nearly taking George Russell out. Who has been in this race. Who has been in this, well, battle for the lead all race. This is the replay. So DRS enabled for George Russell. Leclerc moves to the left-hand side, the dirtiest part of the track. They actually did make contact, and George Russell went up the inside. Leclerc, was that moving under braking? Was that official? Was that officially moving under braking there for Charles Leclerc as moving to left-hand sides? I think that was just okay, George.
That's a penalty. Turn it on me, braking.
So during the braking zone, he turned in. So Leclerc, very, very much aggressive here at the back end of this race. Ladies and gents, this is the battle for the lead. Lando Norris versus Oscar Piastri, and they're one of them on a 2 stop, the other one on a 1 stop. But there's traffic up ahead. So, ladies, gentlemen, there's only one lady, one gentleman in this stream, and that is Elizabeth and Thomas.
Yeah, traffic's gonna wreck my race.
It certainly is. Turn 1 incident involving Leclerc and Russell has been noted. So Leclerc again in a bit of strife, just for moving under braking. He won't be happy about that for doing it himself. But I mean, it's Ferrari once again putting Leclerc out in traffic while he had a chance in this race. So it's getting tense in here, Thomas and Elizabeth, because we have 2 drivers fighting for the title, and both of them just inside DRS range. Russell saying light spots of rain. We have rain on the radar, ladies and gentlemen, with 6 laps to go. Rain is on the radar. Will it hit, though? I don't reckon it will. I don't reckon it's close enough to hit the track. I don't reckon it is. Will the 2 Prix McLarens come together? Will they make contact? Will both of them be knocked out? Do not go anywhere for the next 6 laps of this race. It's going to be a nail biter. This is for whoever. This is practically for championship lead heading into the summer break. I don't have any leverage to persuade him otherwise, lol. Well, do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Keep your eyes locked on this stream. Do not go anywhere. Turn 2 incident involving Gasly and Sainz, noting causing a collision. Elizabeth gives us the eye emoji. She's excited for this, and it's for whoever will take the championship lead heading into the summer break. As Max Verstappen getting late under braking, getting sideways before he hits the apex, and you won't be happy about that over the radio. As that's that's Nico Hulkenberg up the inside, pushing Pierre Gasly a bit wide, and in the process, the Williams of Alex Albon gets through. So Hulkenberg also got through also got through an Esteban Ocon as well, so he moved up to P13. Meanwhile, inside DRS is Oscar Piastri. Will Norris make this hard for Oscar? Yes, definitely. There will be orders over the radio. Do not make contact. Do not take each other out of the race. Other than that, fight like your heart depends on it. Just don't take each other out of the race. That's what the Papaya McLaren team will be saying over the radio. I'm going to take a drink. That drink will be the last drink I take. Oscar Piastri at this point will take the lead heading into the summer break by just 9 points. He will take it even more if he wins this race by another 9 points. So it's tight. It's tight. It really is. So he'll take the championship lead if he wins by 18 points. If he comes second, he'll only take it by 9 points. So that's how critical it is in this sport to continue to win. 4 laps to go. We're on lap 66 of 70. And do not take your eyes off this stream. Keep them right locked on this stream. 5 laps to go. We've got a battle, ladies and gentlemen. It's half a second between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri as they close into each other, and the traffic's starting to become a real problem. That is Isaac Hadjar they are passing. Now, traffic will be a big play in this between the two papayas. If they get caught up in traffic and one of them, well, takes a hit from the traffic, then that just leaves the other one to win the race, really. So Norris needs to be extremely careful with the traffic around him. If he just gets a little bit too caught up as Carlos Sainz gets up the inside of Esteban Ocon in turn number 1. But yeah, they just need to be extremely careful here because they can't afford to make contact again. Turn 2 incident involving cars 10 and 55 under investigation causing a collision. So that's Gasly and Carlos Sainz. The replay that we saw a few moments ago. Gasly's dropped back to P17 on the road, but lapped in this race. We have the two Papaya McLarens less than 6 tenths separating them. It's the traffic that's keeping the margin alive for Lando. Who would have thought it would have been the traffic that's keeping this margin the way it is? It's 0.7. Lando is pushing like all hell to keep him off. This time around, he's pulled the margin to 9 tenths. It's back and forth. Oscar Piastri cuts in on turn 1 in the process. He loses a bit of time in doing so. Margins drop to half a second. It's closing. Norris was on. He was 600ths faster that time around on the last lap. 20.6 from Lando. 20.6 from Oscar. They are tied together in lap times. Not on track. Well, they're close to each other on track, but they're not tied together. They're tied together on lap times. But what would do Oscar really good is if the championship became his way. It is in his way at the moment. He's second on road. He's first in the championship. It's the opposite currently at the moment. It's Lando leading the race. Oscar coming second. So Oscar would want this. Oscar definitely wants this race win. 0.7 of a second. The margin, Norris to Piastri. And heading through now, turn 14. This time around, it will be 1 lap to go. 2 laps to go, sorry. 10-second time penalty to car 10. Gasly causing a collision. So, not good out for Alpine. That's a 10-second time penalty. No, that was close. Nearly contact there for the two Papaya McLarens. The fans they are very much hyped up between this battle between the two McLarens. This for championship lead. The fans in the grandstands are standing up on their feet. 2 laps to go, and we have a battle between Nice and Piastri. Here, 0.6 of a second. The margin is through turn 6, through turn 7 for the penultimate time in this race. It's building. The tension is building between these two, but they just aren't able to get close enough. Nice, Piastri's just not able to get close enough. I mean, he's there, but he's not there. He's inside DRS, but he's not inside DRS. He's not able to get close enough to pull a lunge on Lando Norris. Just not close enough. It's like what we saw in the Formula 2 sprint when the two Invictors got so close but just weren't able to get past each other. That's like what it is now. Lap 69, Piastri lunging and locks up the right front. Piastri nearly makes contact there with Lando Norris. He sent a big lunge, nearly running the back of Lando. Oh, that was close, and my life flashed before my eyes. Lando sent one. Sorry, Piastri sent one. It didn't happen, and the crew have got sweat dripping down their faces. They know what this means if they make contact, the two Papaya McLarens. If they make contact, it's championship hopes over. Axl Rose, the Guns N' Roses singer, songwriter, will be waving the flag to either Oscar Piastri or Lando Norris. Look at this on replay. Oscar with DRS and slipstream, he got close, dive. And then it was the right front lock-up that costed him. If he didn't lock the front tyres up, then he would have made contact with his teammate, with his rival. That could have been bad.
Stand behind Oscar.
He's just said, remember how we go racing. And it's papaya rules here. It's a matter here of papaya rules. The front lockup cost Piastri 4/10. I reckon he's going to go for it again. No, he isn't. 5-second time penalty to Charles Leclerc driving erratically. That is big. Leclerc is out of this race. He's P4 and with a penalty. Final lap. Will Oscar make any dives? It's 2/10. It's now 3/10. The margin, lap 70 of 70. 0.35. The margin heading on to lap 70 of 70. It's the final lap of the race. Lando pushing like no hell, and those tyres are probably feeling it. Heading on to the final lap of this race. The margin is half a second between those two. One of them makes a mistake. One of them makes a mistake. The other one cut. The other one really, well, aggravates the situation and gets the move done. Your prediction, it's going to be Norris. It has to be Norris. Unless it's the last lap, final lap, lunge. I can't speak anymore. It's 2/10 between these two. It's 6/10 separating the two. It might have just been Lando Norris who hangs on as he runs through turn 13. Turn 14 now. Lando Norris will win the Hungarian Grand Prix for 2025. He will win by 6/10 of a second. Piastri went for it. It didn't happen. He puts his fist up. He's elated with that one. And the main event finishes with Lando Norris winning, and Zach Brown is happy with that one. I think he's happy that they didn't make contact. George Russell grabs the podium. What a race. He said in post-qualifying, he's happy with the spot, and he's happy with the podium. Leclerc, meanwhile, won't be happy with that one. Lando Norris takes the win, takes the checkered flag first. That's all he cares about. Lando had a horrible start, but he got back into it. He got back into this race. And can we get some party celebrations up in here? Can we? Yes. Good one. The British driver, Lando Norris.
Mega job, mate. Mega job. Lovely. Good racing. Good strategy. Good call. Right follow-up. Thank you, guys.
Indeed. Oh my god, good racing. It came down to a papaya rules situation. It was, if both of them made contact, there would be some serious words with Zach Brown at the end. As Oscar, like, he lunged it up the inside at turn 1. That was risky. That was probably the riskiest thing he's done all race.
Well done, mate. Well done. Close, Oscar. Really close. Great racing. Good job. Oscar, good stuff. Great racing. We're trying to shut down. Still leading both championships. So, well done. Good first half of the season.
McLaren very happy with that one, but wow. Oh, take a breath, and just take it in. If you're a British fan, if you live in Britain, you're gonna be happy with that, because Lando Norris wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Oscar to win that with the pace I reckon Oscar had over Lando. I mean, it was evenly matched, but heading into this race, after qualifying, I guess it was just a matter of the lap that Lando did on the first lap in qualifying. That's what really changed the race. But then the strategy for McLaren, the strategy put them back into this race. It almost worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. As Lando Norris pulls into Parc Ferme, pulls up, takes the steering wheel off, undoes the seatbelt, and makes that another race win for Lando Norris.
And obviously Oscar Piastri will be saying, well, why did we do that with our car? Why are we 2 stopped and been beaten by our teammate who 1 stopped?
Well, that was the fastest way to run the race that McLaren would have worked out. He didn't have Oscar Piastri. The pace, it seemed to get past Charles Leclerc in those first 2 stints. When Leclerc's car balance changed at the end, or whatever the issue was, then the pace came, then he managed to get past him straight away. Oscar Piastri, first time of asking, got past Charles Leclerc there. Could he have pushed that bit harder earlier on to make the undercut work early on, to use pace out in front? We'll know when we've got the debriefs done, but for the time being, it's pats on the back and smiles under the crash helmet for Lando Norris, and for Zach Brown, he'll wait for Oscar Piastri and come and give his congratulations to him. Here's the 2 drivers. That's a big smile on Oscar Piastri's face there, and I'm sure he rather enjoyed the challenge that was put before him. This fastest lap of the race for George Russell. I'm sure he will be delighted with a podium there. For Max Verstappen, was never really in the race.
Verstappen's nailed on at Red Bull, as we knew would be. So George is now, you know what, I'll give my Mercedes contract a little bit off. I might want the M&Ms without the green ones in my dressing room or something.
Ball's in George's court, I'm told, on that one.
Other sweets available.
Ball's in George's court. They've had discussions, and he'll go away and have a think about it during the summer, but I'm led to believe no announcements from Brackley on that before the summer break.
So I think that's an interesting precedent that Leclerc got a penalty for that argy-bargy down there into the first corner.
I think it's a penalty that hasn't affected his race, but just reminds him, in the steward's opinion, that you don't do that, and think about it again next time. Looks like he's been in a bit of a race there. They both do.
Yeah.
Might need a summer holiday.
Pushing hard. I mean, they were struggling for pace, the 2 McLarens, weren't they? I mean, the Ferrari looked quite a bit faster. Russell was hustling them, but they've ended up 20 seconds clear.
Yeah, the Ferrari had that straight line speed advantage that served Charles Leclerc so well during qualifying.
Something I said last week in commentary in Spa was, we'll talk about it later.
And for the 9th time in his career, Lando Norris is your winner here in Hungary. Lando, talk to us about that last stint, battling with Oscar Piastri, your teammate. It came so close there, but you held him off.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead.
It was tough. It was tough. You know, we weren't really planning on the one stop at the beginning, but after the first lap was kind of our only option to get back into things. But it was tough. Yeah, the final stint with Oscar catching I was pushing flat out, you know. So yeah, my voice has gone a little bit. Be good, rewarding, you know, even more because of that. But the perfect result today.
So you kind of mentioned how it wasn't the original plan, but after that first lap, you fell back to fifth. When they came on the radio and said, hey, what do you think about a one-stop? You almost sounded indifferent. You said, yeah, sure, let's give it a try. At what point did it really start feeling like you could pull off this win?
I mean, I didn't think it would probably get us to win. I thought maybe it would get us at least into second. I knew our pace was good, even in the first stint behind George. I couldn't get past, but the pace was strong. So I knew if I just had some clean air and I could push, that I could maybe make things work, and that's what we did. So yeah, it's always a bit of a gamble, these kind of things. But it also requires, you know, no mistakes, good laps, good strategy, all these things, and that's what we had today. So I'm very happy.
Managed to close the championship gap down a little bit heading into that summer break. How much of a relief is it now to take this time off, knowing that momentum is kind of on your side right now?
I mean, I think we're so tightly forward, it's hard to say if momentum's on anyone's side, but we're fighting hard. I think both of us. It's fun. It's tough but fun racing against with Oscar, and great for us as a team. Another 1-2, our 200th win actually in Formula 1. So no, credits to Oscar. I mean, he put up a good charge, and I just about held on. So I look forward to plenty more of these.
Flawless final stint. Congratulations on the win.
Man. Thank you so much.
All right, Oscar, I know no driver likes coming second place in a race. You came from 12 seconds back after that second stop. Just walk us through that final stint, tracking down Lando, and then ultimately that attempt with 2 to go down in turn 1.
Yeah, I pushed as hard as I could. You know, I think after I saw Lando going for a 1, you know, I knew I was going to have to overtake on track, which is much easier said than done around here. So, yeah. Tried a few things, you know, it was a gamble either way, and today unfortunately we were just on the wrong side of it, so the team did a great job. The car really came alive in the second half of the race, and yeah, car's been great all weekend, so thank you to the team, and yeah, looking forward to a couple of weeks off.
Were you surprised when you got the call from the team that Lando would switch to the one stop?
Yes and no. I mean, at that point I didn't really have much to lose, so it wasn't a huge surprise. Yeah, I don't know if trying to undercut Leclerc was the right call in the end, but yeah, we can go through it now.
Is it easy to look at it now and think maybe you tried that move in turn 1 a lap too early, or do you think you pulled it off the best chance you could?
I think I needed to be at least a couple of tenths closer, which was going to take a mistake from Lando to achieve that, and you know, I felt like that was going to be my best chance. You know, you never want to try and save it for the next lap and then it never comes, so I thought I would at least try, and yeah, not quite.
Yeah, well, you got a smile on your face, obviously you still had some fun out there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
George Russell coming home P3 today. George, I think after practice you got to say that it looked like Mercedes was third best team at best. So are you pretty proud coming home with the podium today?
Yeah, really happy with the race today. Obviously, yesterday qualifying was a bit of a surprise. This whole weekend's been a bit surprising for everyone, but so happy to be back on the podium. It was a bit dicey with Charles at some point.
Yeah, walk us through that battle a little bit. We saw some close moments, some radio banter back and forth. How did you see it from your seat?
It's one of those when you sort of commit to a bit of a dive bomb. If a driver in front moves, you're already right on the limit of grip, and there's not much room for manoeuvre. So I think we made contact on the second time, but yeah, just glad to get through it, and nice way to go into the break.
You guys came with a slightly different setup on the car this weekend, kind of reverting back a little bit. It seems like it's trending the right direction. Does that give you hope into the summer break that you guys are getting back on pace?
I mean, it's definitely better than the races we've had so far, so really pleased with that.
All right, enjoy some time off. Congratulations.
Yeah, what I was starting to say is, I mentioned at the start last week, so often we've seen in a championship duel that the drivers find an overdrive, and step up to sort of like scarcely believable performance. And I think we saw that this afternoon from these two. I mean, that was intent. They looked like they'd done a hard day's work, didn't they? And usually these days when they got out of the car, they pushed that for all it was worth. And I think we're going to see an awful lot more of this now after the summer break as they just start homing on every fraction of performance.
That's the winning moment and the winning 1-2 for McLaren, an 11th victory for them in 2025. Another 1-2 finish. It's a 7th 1-2 finish this season. Honing in on the records of 1988 as Oscar sits by himself for a moment in the cool-down room, still leading the championship. His points lead now 9. Started second, finished second. His teammates this year came to beat him from behind in Hungary. Brilliant race from both McLaren drivers. Love to know what he's thinking as he sat there. Maybe, come on guys, hurry up, we've got no one to talk to.
Yeah, he was thinking straight away, wasn't he? It was reacting to Leclerc, the right thing to do.
Yeah, but I don't know why. Like,
It was probably because the Milton it was fine. Huh?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, once I got to clean air, then I was a bit quicker, but not the amount in the last. Like, you brought it back to Sonoda and then.
In the last hit, it was 20 seconds difference here. You know, actually, must have something. Oh! Oh man, jeez.
It's like, yeah, I don't know.
He didn't bloody driver, that was me.
Oh my god.
Why did you keep on him? That'd be great. Yeah, you were just so quick in that last. But the gaps between everyone was mental. I think this was like the biggest difference and the biggest spread of all the races.
I think it's just a dirty air. I mean, you get stuck, you can't do anything.
Yeah, and in blue flag.
But keep it behind you, you can keep on the end, I can do anything.
Yeah, that's trying really well.
Good reactions there in the cool-down room, but why don't you T-bone him? I think was what George Russell was saying there. Yeah, ever George trying to steal maybe an advantage for the next race, but all in good jest. We've got a lot to talk about here in Budapest. Full reaction to today's Hungarian Grand Prix to come. So stick with us on Sky Sports F1 if you love your Formula One. If you're watching with us on Sky Sports main event, in a few moments' time, we're going to switch our coverage to the Scottish Premier League.
Stay
Premier
here.
Champion Celtic against St Mirren is our match this afternoon, and the race coverage and reaction continues here.
Don't go to Sky Sports main event.
For the podiums and for George Russell. And Mercedes-Benz locking out the Hungaroring podium for the second year in a row. For George, it's a 6th podium finish of the season, 3rd place for him. For Oscar Piastri, who now has 8 wins and 8 second places in his career. It's runner-up today, and with 9 Grand Prix to celebrate now. Lando Norris. Victor here in Hungary this afternoon. Positions for the McLaren drivers swapping around after last week in Spa.
Salute.
The second team behind Ferrari to win a 200th World Championship Grand Prix. McLaren's 13th victory.
I just have to do that. I mean,
And the Minister of
I'm gonna start doing that every time I bloody thing plays.
To Lando Norris, who had to defend for his Formula 1 life in the closing stages.
It's got a nasty habit of breaking those, hasn't it? I thought the lid was going to fall off, actually.
Hopefully he checked that it was fixed on before he raised it to the
It
sky.
certainly is, as Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris gets the trophy, nearly breaks the trophy in the process, gets the medal for Oscar Piastri, and Winston Chang, the senior vice president, awards the team's trophy to McLaren.
Employees and loving it. And they're going to have to keep extending that trophy cabinet, because here's another one coming McLaren's way. Oscar Piastri getting the second place trophy.
Peter Here we go, this is funny. Peter Sadrado. That's wrong, by the way, you can laugh at me. Elizabeth loves it when I bottle names, especially in the Freca races. When you have, like, when you have strange names, like Xavier Zagreta. Like, come on.
Soon be on our way to the next race, next season. I've stopped wishing anything away because they keep disappearing behind us. But the drivers will definitely, and everybody in the Formula 1 team.
We still need a compilation of it.
Lando Norris has moved the trophies from behind the podium before he starts spraying the champagne. Important win this. He needed to close the gap.
Oh, and you botched my name as well. Elizabeth.
The young ones can celebrate. And what a race we had here in Hungary, in the Hungaroring today. Norris on top, McLaren on top.
Yes, he worked hard for it, didn't he? Much to the delight of his girlfriend Miley and his team boss Zach Brown. Absolute nail biter to the very last lap. Lando Norris has secured his 5th win of the season and the 9th of his career. So a well-earned summer holiday now, a 3-week break, after which we go racing in Holland.
Okay, so I'm going to not play that for copyright purposes. Oh, and you botched my name as well. Thanks, Aliz. Oh, I put an A instead of an S. I'm sorry. I mean, you wrote the thank you post. I mean, when you wrote the thank you post, yeah. Not my fault. I didn't do it. Lol, poor Elizabeth. Hey, Thomas got it right. No, that's not fair. Anyways. That was fun. Mixed emotions. Very much. We had some victory emotions. We had some mixed... We had... You didn't do it yourself. You wrote... You didn't do it. You wrote it yourself. Yeah, I didn't. Exactly, I didn't do it.
10 to go, and after a mandatory and much needed break, we will be back for the Dutch Grand Prix from the 29th to the 31st of August.
That is the date for the next Formula 1 Grand Prix, right after the summer break, meaning we don't have streams, meaning I get a break, meaning we all get a break. And we only have 3 more streams for the week. Split personality, exactly. I have 2 different sides of me. One side, I get names wrong. The other side, not uploading keyboard challenge. The other side, streaming. See? 3 personalities. That was my... Yeah, exactly. Of course, if you want to catch the Premier League, head over to Sky Sports. I will miss the streams, I know. I will miss you. I will as well. Don't worry. You guys already know I'm always going to find something. And if you want to watch a movie on Sky Max, available now, you can watch Mr. Big Stuff. That's on Sky Max. That's available now. But, that's on the TV, okay? Don't ask me. But you guys already know I'm going to come up with some sort of idea to stream. You know, I'm probably going to do a few just chatting streams. You know, But Norris wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, and we now have a little while until Freca. So I'm going to go kick back, relax, try not to spoil the race for my dad, And hello, Daddy. Got in the back. Oh my god. Also, start making push-ups like daily shorts. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Or I could play ads and get copyrighted, then get banned, and then I could play ads from Sky Sports and then get banned and have nothing to stream. Sounds good. So more having chat type streams. Yes. Can you do 100 push-ups in an hour? Well, that's actually a leak for a video. I haven't actually got to continue recording that video. I haven't got to continue recording that. And I've got 2 weeks to finish it. Good challenge. I know. Thank Elizabeth. Thomas, next time you need to come up with a challenge. It's your turn next, Thomas, to come up with a challenge for me to record. It's your turn next. And please don't make it something diabolical, like it's going to take me a month. When is your girlfriend going to be back? For one, she's not my girlfriend. For two, she's my friend. And for three, it's in the videos. So, like, okay, anyway. We're going out this weekend. So, there's going to be another video for that. Which will be after the compilation video. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream. I'm going to go try not to spoil the race for my dad. Because I reckon he will watch it very soon. I'm going to also hope to God that this video uploads. Yeah, the cable charge. At a friend equals girl plus equals girlfriend. I will definitely think of something. Okay. Well, once the bloody challenge cable thingy uploads, give me it. Throw me your ideas. Or even throw me your ideas now. That would be best. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to try not to spoil the race for my dad. And, yeah, I'm going to love life. Because I think he's watching it. So, do you reckon he heard me yelling? I reckon he did. I reckon he did hear me yelling. Whoops. I'm sorry. If he's watching. If you're watching, I'm sorry. Friend plus go. Okay. Dad! Mods, ban him. I'm kidding. Do not ban him. I'm kidding. Don't ban him. He did. Yeah. Get. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyways, I've come up with a new intro. I've come up with a new outro. Please don't. Please. No, they're not going to ban you. Thomas and that aren't going to ban you. On bloody... They're going to time you out. It was a joke. Don't do it. Don't. I've come up with a new outro. Guys, hit like button. Beg on your knees. Who won the race? Well... It was the man himself, Lando Norris. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe, or you're absolutely banned. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoy, hit like button, subscribe, or you're absolutely banned from this stream. That's a joke. So I'm not going to ban you. So hit like button, subscribe, or I'm going to ban you from the stream. That's an absolute joke. But, yeah, the next stream will be Frecker a little bit later on. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later on for the next Frecker race. For the final Frecker race, and then tomorrow it's Italian F4, and then Thursday it is the shirtless stream, which you've all been waiting for, and it's coming. That sounds very passive-aggressive. It's not passive-aggressive. It's not a threat. It's not passive-aggressive. It's, what would I call it? It's just something you should do. It's just something you should do on every stream. You know, if you don't do it, you're not a real... Like I ban you. See, Elizabeth gets it. Why can't everybody else get it? See? She's even got the angel emoji. She's an angel. Okay, get out. Okay, we're going to end the stream now. If you guys enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll be back with Frecker. Let's actually check. I like the live stream. Thank you so much, Harrison. And thank you for today as well. It's really helped. You really helped me out. Already liked. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm checking the schedule. So we have Frecker. What time is it? What time is it right now? 6:30. I'll be back for Frecker at 7:55 local time. See you on the next one. See you in the next one. I'll be back from 7:55 local time, Australian Eastern Daylight Time for Frecker. I'll change that over in a few minutes' time. But I'll be back for Frecker in about an hour and 20 minutes' time. See you guys then. Peace out. Love you all. I'm playing the Formula 1 outro. Wait, give me a second. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. I'm playing the Formula 1 outro. Formula 1 intro. Intro, whatever it is. Whatever you call it. Okay. See you guys. No, copyright. Whoops. Wait. Wait. You guys can wait, right? You guys can wait. You can listen. There we go. See you guys later. So happy. Indeed. Bye. See you, best friends. Bye.